Okay, today is Tuesday, March 20, that was on TV. Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. I call the village board meeting to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Frankie?
Here.
Trustee Listener?
Here.
Trustee Miller?
Here.
Trustee Prochnow?
Here.
Trustee Schmidt?
Here. And we do have a quorum tonight, 5 members here, and I do not have COVID. I got tested, just a bad cold. Right, George? Right, George? Hi, George. Okay, tonight we have the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation from Father Dan at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church, or for us locals, Queen of the Rosary.
Thank you.
Cover all bases. Everyone can please stand. Father, if you would, please.
A great blessing it is for us to live in a community where we can find peace, where we can find safety, where there's so many things that we don't have to worry about, but our hearts turn to. So many places around the world where, especially now, they experience war, they experience violence. So I just want to read this small section of for our prayer for something that Pope Francis wrote, a prayer for peace. Lord, come to our aid, grant us peace, teach us peace, guide our steps in the way of peace. Open our eyes and hearts and give us the courage to say, never again war. With war, everything is lost. Instill in our hearts the courage to take concrete steps to achieve peace. Lord, God of Abraham, God of the prophets, God of love, you created us and you call us to live as brothers and sisters. Give us the strength daily to be instruments of peace. Enable us to see everyone who crosses our path as our brother or sister. Make us sensitive to the pleas of our citizens who entreat us to turn our weapons of war into implements of peace, our trepidation into confident trust, and our quarreling into forgiveness. Lord God, grant us this peace this evening. Grant us peace across the world as we give thanks for the many blessings that we experience here in this wonderful community. Bless the work of our village board and all those who serve in our public ministry. All these things we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. The flag's to my right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Father, hang on. Oh. Appreciate you being here. Sorry for the lateness start. So try to get on your good side. Hope you didn't give up dark chocolate for Lent.
I did not. No.
Okay.
And our finance council members will enjoy these. I'm heading off to that meeting, so I can't stay, but thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. And we'll be talking.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, since there's no mayor's report, I'm going to say, now Chuck Walsh, Chief Walsh, good Irish Catholic, right? Isn't it sacrilegious to do a click it or ticket over St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
That is sacrilegious. As an Irish Catholic myself, I'm very offended that we would violate such a holy holiday for us. And knowing you're a good Irish Catholic, I'm just shocked at that.
We just pulled over people with the green hats on after 2 in the morning.
Okay. And I'll go through those numbers next meeting because there's no mayor's report tonight. Thank you. I just want to check on you with that. We do have the approval of the minutes of March 8th, 2022.
Give me a second. I move approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting held on March 8th, 2022 as submitted and dispense with the reading.
Who's going to fill in for Pat?
Aye.
Okay, we have a motion by
Me.
trustee Lister, a second by trustee Frankie. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show unanimous approval. We move on now to the Mayor and Board of Trustees report. There is no mayor's report tonight. Oh. Okay, move on to the trustees' lack of having reports. Trustee Miller,
No report.
trustee Jeffrey, Charles, Frankie.
Well, I'm going to give a report for Pat. Kidding. No report.
Well, we haven't gotten to recycling yet. We'll check then. Trustee Listener,
No report.
trustee Prochnow.
Just a short report. On behalf of retired trustee Nancy Zarnik, I always said I would continue to announce the Zarnik scholarships. There are 8 $1,000 awards available to Elk Grove residents who are graduating from high school this year. Applications are available on the village website as well as on the zarnikgolf.com website. Frank Zarnik and Jim Heffron supported the youth of Elk Grove with their work on the park board and now through this memorial scholarship. Deadline for application is April 22nd. Please also save the date for the annual golf outing, which will be Friday, August 5th. This is the only fundraiser for the program, and as we all talk about, the deadlines are coming up within the next month. It is so easy to fill out a form and write a short essay. You can use the same essay for all the scholarship applications for the different ones, and we have had students who have won several scholarships, and that's thousands of dollars towards your college education or to go for buying a laptop or for books, supplies, whatever. Help your parents out, please. They need it. And apply for these scholarships. And the only other thing is a reminder that we still have some winter farmers market dates, March 26th, April 9th and 23rd, and May 7th and 21st. And that concludes my report. What are you pointing at?
Yeah, you went farther than the Zarnik report.
I just
You did the Jack report.
Well, I'm not worried because we found our new parade committee chairman. We are in good shape. We'll call the vote in a minute. Trustee Schmidt.
No report.
There you go. Oh, that made his selection easy. Let's vote for one now. Move on now. Accounts payable warrant for March 22nd, 2022.
I move approval of the March 22nd, 2022 accounts payable warrant in the amount of $658,837.45.
I second that.
We have a motion by trustee Lister, second by trustee Miller. Jen, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Listener.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Frankie.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Hang on a second. Jared, they couldn't even get you a new nameplate? You know what? I would make sure we'll get a hold of the Public Works Director, and that price will be paid big time, I promise you that. We'll get it done.
Sorry, Jared.
Gosh.
I didn't see him there.
Just so you know, Jared, normally when you're part of the family of department heads, we don't treat each other that way. So we'll make sure the Department of Public Works understands that's not allowed. We got you covered.
Get him a taller chair, too. There we go.
Okay, just so everyone knows, Jared is our new Director of Community Development and Engineering. We welcome you tonight, and glad you're part of the family. Well, at least most of us welcome you tonight. And especially when you're sitting right next to him, that's even, I don't know. Okay, we move on now to the consent agenda. And tonight's consent agenda, we have items A as in apple through E as in excellence. Short agenda. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Lister, second by trustee Jeffrey Charles Frankie. Any questions, comments on the consent agenda? So, any of the audience on the consent agenda? Actually, 4 weeks from today, right? No, 5 weeks. Yeah, so 5 weeks from today. Okay. And the objection recorded votes, please demonstrate it. 5-0. No items regular agenda. Plan Commission, Mr. Romo?
There are 3 items under the Plan Commission agenda, but nothing for board action this evening.
Okay. Zoning Board of Appeals.
There are no items this evening under the Zoning Board of Appeals.
You miss that voice? You can miss that voice? Like soothing?
It's a happy voice.
A happy guy. Not sure that's a good thing.
No, yeah, I'm trying to be nice. You're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss. And he goes, "It's a happy voice." What's that tell you?
He's happy not to be next to you at meetings? I don't know, I don't understand that.
That can't be possible. We may get a civilian volunteer to be chairman of the parade committee in a minute. Okay, move on now to recycling waste. Recycling Waste Committee. Trustee Frankie, you want to fill in for Trustee Feichter?
Sure. No report.
Judiciary Planning and Zoning Committee. I'm not sure if I should go there. We'll try one more time. Trustee Prochnow?
No report.
Okay. Capital Improvements Committee, Trustee Schmidt.
We're just waiting for the weather to break so that we can start our capital improvement projects. Other than that, no report.
Cable Television Committee, Trustee Listener.
No report.
Youth Committee, trustee Jeffrey Chuddles Frankie.
Okay, just real quick though, the scholarship forms are available for the 7 $1,000 scholarships the youth committee is giving away. Go to the village website and download it, or also go to your school guidance counselors. They should have it at Elk Grove High School, Conant High School, and St. Viator. And you got to have it in by May 6th. So that's quick on that. And just put out there's still a few openings left for our summer seasonal workers. You need to be graduating high school this year or in college. $12.71 an hour. It's good pay. You're going to get 40 hours a week. Start early, 6:30 a.m., done by 3. You still can have your summer, and you can put away a lot of money for the school year. So go to the village website under Human Resources and look for the application. You need to have it in by April 4th. So still a few openings. People come back every year if they start as you were a freshman or whatever in college. You have first choice to come back, so get signed up and make some money for school. That's all I have.
Trustee Proctor, you're a briefer. We got a different chairman of the parade committee coming up. There to go.
This
That's
is
good.
important. This
That's
is
good.
for the youths.
Information committee, trustee Miller.
Real quick, the
Oh,
new
you're off
village.
the hooks. Okay,
No, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
The new
Chairman.
Villager newsletter should be out. You should be receiving it. And in there is some very factual information regarding a new spring leaf collection or a special spring leaf connection. If you have your leaves out on the curb on Monday, April 4th, they will be taking one pass through, so make sure it's out there that week. And then also in the Villager is the announcement about the Citizens Police Academy, and we have 11 openings still available. Please get those applications in by April 1st. That concludes my report.
So now I don't have to read the newsletter?
That's correct. Well, there's other information in here.
We just went through all the stories.
It's very informative. Overnight parking request, the whole bit.
There you go.
Because you don't do a mayor's report doesn't mean you're getting criticized.
I'm not criticizing. I'm finding new chairmen. Business Leaders Forum, trustee Schmidt.
No report.
Health and Community Services, trustee Proctor.
All right, I gotta take a hit. Elk Grove Community Blood Drive, Saturday, April 9th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., room E, the main level. To make an appointment, go to vitalent.org, or appointments are recommended, but walk-ins are also welcome. Masks are no longer required, and one thing is you will get a COVID test when you come in to donate blood. And that concludes my report.
What's the date of that?
Saturday, April 9th.
It used to be when we had our,
It used to
Coffees
align with our
in
coffee,
May.
and it hasn't happened lately.
they don't do that
For the
anymore.
last year or two.
It has not aligned, yeah.
Probably because all people came to see us instead of giving blood.
Well, that's.
I don't blame them.
Well, they're famous, because of you, life doesn't stop. Please donate. So it's a very important announcement.
Trustee Frankie, Personnel Committee.
Oh, no report.
Airport, no update. Parade Committee, no update. Midsummer Classes Series, no update. Special Events, no update. Liquor Commission, no update. I'm off the hook. I'm no longer chairman of the Parade Committee after that. Report from Village Manager, wait, I'm gonna skip that. Report from Village Clerk.
No report.
No report. Let's check under the attorney for unfinished business. As usual, I can't see anything under there.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Village Manager, we're gonna do some events here, as people may or may not know. Tonight is Mr. Romo's last night as Village Manager. So, Ray, why don't you come on down?
Actually, it's last board meeting, not his last night.
Yeah, last board meeting.
Actually, his last night as Village Manager, work-wise, been about 5 months ago. But we still humor him, but let him come to work.
Picky.
Wow.
Can I just ask a question?
No.
If I say no report, will this be the fastest board meeting in history?
No.
It would, but
Well, it
it's
would've
not
been- It
happening.
would have been except for a few people.
Oh, yeah, he sets
Would've
us
had it.
up. He set us up, as usual.
Irish Catholic Review, St. Patrick's Day. My God. As everyone knows, Ray's, last board meeting tonight, he'll work till April 1st. But it's been a very special, 14 years as manager? 15 years manager. God, it goes fast. But before we get going, I know trustees like to say a couple words, so Trustee Schmidt, would you like to start off?
Yes, I'd just like to say that I wish Ray the best in retirement. I had the unique pleasure of working for him and with him, working for him when I was the chief of police here. And Ray and I spent a lot of time talking about leadership, discussing a lot of issues, events that we worked on together, Northwest Central Dispatch. And it was great. Ray always had his door open, always had a smile on his face. And we're going to miss him. And working with him as a trustee, he's been tremendous, helped me a lot to get acclimated to this job. And I look forward to maybe spending some time with him this summer on the golf course. So congratulations, Ray, and I wish you the best in your retirement.
Thank you, Trustee Schmidt. You've been a great boss as well.
Trustee Prochnow?
I'm going to keep it short because I'll start crying. It's been a great run, Ray. I appreciate all your support. You were always there. Whenever I put out the text or the phone call, you were always there responding. And I'm going to miss the fist bumps, but I wish you a wonderful retirement. You deserve it. Thank you.
Trustee Lister?
Thank you, Mayor. Ray has just been an outstanding village manager. Besides being responsive, he's always been courteous. Whenever I had a question, no matter how dumb it may have sounded at the time, he always gave me a very helpful answer. And he's a leader that he doesn't say, do as I say, it's do as I do. And the other places I've seen Ray, not all of these have I attended, but when he's with other organizations that service our community, such as JAWA, I know he's always been big on the JAWA board, Northwest Central Dispatch, he headed up SWANK, Northwest Municipal Conference, and the Comcast cable franchise, to name just a few. So thank you, Ray, and you will be missed, and the best of luck, and we'll see you on the golf course.
Thank you, Sam. We'll see you out there.
Georgie?
Yeah, I probably am one of the, maybe the only person that was here when Ray started. He had longer, darker hair and other things. But through the years, we've worked well together in the various capacities that we've had together. And I think, the village, we worked hard because we both felt really strongly for the village. And Ray was a good leader, a great leader. And working as well with him meant a lot to me. And I know he's going to, get accolades for what he's done. But there's a thing that I noticed too is that he has been a great mentor for Matt and Maggie, and they're going to come in, and the village is going to be in good shape, largely because he has done that to them to give them the mentorship and advice how to run this village, and the village is going to be in good shape thanks to him for that. So Ray, congratulations.
Thank you, George. It's been a great 32 years together.
Trustee Jeffrey Charles Flanky?
Ray, well, I already told you earlier upstairs how I felt, and I'm not going to drag it on too long, but thank you for doing the job that you did. It was fantastic, and what you do makes us look good. And so you guys are the ones that do all the work, and if it wasn't for you and your leadership, we wouldn't have gotten probably anything done. We would have argued amongst each other too much. So thank you for refereeing during our meetings. So I wish you all the best and good luck, and I'm sure I'll see you around, because I know where you
See you in
live.
the links.
Okay. Thank you.
Trustee Miller?
So I'm probably the one who hasn't worked with you as much as the rest of the board. However, in my previous employment, I did have the opportunity to work with you, and no matter what position I've been in, you've always demonstrated professionalism and such a positive work ethic, and I thank you, and I think the village thanks you for all the residents. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you, Trustee.
Well, it's, I think back about Gary Perrin had just become, he was manager for about 4 years, I think, a little over 4 years he was manager mainly when I was trustee, and then became mayor. And then, not that many years, was it 07?
Yeah, 07.
And 7, so mayor only 10 years. I say only 10 because out of 25. And then Gary Perrin, which we didn't expect, retired earlier than we all expected. And the good news was it was an easy decision. One thing I told Trustee Schmidt when I made him police chief, my first appointments to a higher level management position in the village, I told him your first job is to train your replacement. And Gary did a great job getting you trained and ready, and you've done was said a great job, your replacements, with Matt becoming manager and Maggie becoming the deputy manager. And that, people don't realize how important that is for government, because they see us, everyone knows the name of the mayor of a town, they know most of the trustees of town. Not that many people know a manager sometimes of town. If you walk up and down the streets, they don't know that. But the manager is truly the head of the organization. We set policies. We say, okay, this is what we want to see done, want to accomplish. But it doesn't happen if it wasn't for the manager. He's got to coordinate all the department heads, everyone under the department heads, to make sure they fulfill the policy that we set. We get the accolades, but they do the work. We take the bows, and they're behind us, probably clapping the loudest. And that speaks volumes of character. And the character, Ray, you have had as not only a person, but as village manager is exemplary, is beyond belief. I never had to worry about things getting done. And Matt will find out, Ray knows, I call a lot of different times. And maybe don't get you on the first ring, but if you don't call me back fast, you're going to hear about it. And Ray never let me down that way. And I don't even leave messages. I just dial, goes his voicemail, I hang up. He knows to call, and he does, if he doesn't answer on the call. And that's just because we're very difficult to work for. Well, the trustees more than the mayor. But Ray never had a problem, whether it's a holiday, a weekday, a weekend night, a weekday night, late at night, early in the morning. Never had a problem, never complained. On vacation, sometimes I forgot he's on vacation. I'd call, I felt bad, but I still called. But Ray always came through. And that speaks volumes of the character that Ray had. He was dedicated to the position. He believed in the village. He loved the village. He cared about the village. And the one nice thing, and Matt, you need to know this too, and you've shown you are doing it, is Ray was also not shy to give his opinion. And if he disagreed, he'd tell you and tell you why. But Ray also knew that when a decision was made, we back it 100% as a team, and we move forward as a team. And I always gave him credit for that. Because it's hard. You know, he's used to telling all these department heads, he's telling the staff what to do. In this case, he's got to listen what to do. It's not easy sometimes to distinguish that. Trust me, I hear about it a lot with my family. You're not the mayor of the family, shut the... So it's not easy sometimes. But Ray did a great, trust me, I hear that a lot. You're not the mayor here. That's what made Elk Grove so good. Elk Grove would not be the exceptional community where we are today if it wasn't for the leadership Ray exhibited during these years. And we would do some big things during these years. Big projects, big changes, personnel changes, a lot of things. And like I say, he had to face the grunt when employees or department heads didn't like it so much. Ray had to sell it, work with them, get through it. And, and Ray's done a phenomenal job. And Ray, I always felt you had our backs. That means a lot. I never once heard you ever talking negative about something we were doing, all that. You truly were a professional at what you did. And that means a lot. Trust me, I hear mayors talk, and they say, their managers chirp behind their backs sometimes. And that's not good. And Ray, never once. And that means a lot. Regardless we think we're right or wrong, that means a lot, your professionalism. And I want to thank you for that. And you made my job better. You made it easier, and I appreciate that very much. And Matt, you do have big shoes to fill, and you'll find out. I know you got tutelage from him, and you did good by working with him and learning from him. And so, Ray, I thank you. It means a lot. And we got some recognitions for you before I let you speak tonight. So, first off, the Illinois Senate, I'm not sure, it's ours. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Oh, okay, this is here then. The Illinois Senate, Senator Murphy sent this down, and it is from the Illinois State Senate Certificate of Recognition. The Illinois Senate on the 102nd General Assembly of the state, Illinois, acknowledges Raymond Rummel, village manager, in recognition of 32 years of dedication and service to the village of Elk Grove and its residents, and calls for the commemoration of a successful career, and further extends its wishes for happiness, health, and continued success in all the future endeavors. Offered by Senator Laura Murphy, signed by Don Harmon, Senate President, and Tim Anderson, Secretary of the Senate. Right? For you?
Thank you. Very impressive.
And I've read a lot of proclamations over my days, never this long a one, so bear with me as I go through it. The Village of Elk Grove proclamation honoring Village Manager Ray Rummel on his retirement. Whereas Ray Rummel was hired on November 13th, 1989 as administrative assistant in the village manager's office, which means he started at the bottom. And on August 1st, 92, was promoted to the position of assistant village manager. So I guess Gary started August 1st, 92. Okay. Manager, and ultimately appointed village manager on March 8th, 2007. Whereas during his 32-year career, working entirely in the village manager's office, Ray Rummel has been an enthusiastic innovator, pushing forward and achieving greater professionalism in village staff and efficiency in village operations. And whereas Ray Rummel was instrumental in overseeing many great accomplishments, including, be patient, the reimagination of Northwest Point Office Park into the Innovation and Technology Park, creation of the Business Expo, ICRC Master Plan, Business Leaders Forum, development of 82.7-acre Elk Grove Technology Park, which brought to Elk Grove Microsoft, facilitating Elk Grove Village into second largest data center market in the world, development of the White Cliff subdivision, Huntington Chase, Talbot's Mill, Spruce Meadow, and Arbor Club. Didn't realize how many housing subdivisions came during this time. Annexation over 1,000 acres, and the new development including Kunis, Zerko, Switek, and Bussey Farm. Redevelopment Grove Mall and Devon Tiny Market commercial shopping areas. Construction of the Elgin O'Hare West Bypass, along with several full interchanges on I-90 and 290. Widening of Beesterfield Road and Rowling Road to Rice Road, or from Rowling Road to Rice Road. If you remember, that was the third rail of village government. You got it done. Construction of the first LEED Gold certified village hall in Illinois, as well as the rehabilitation of the council chambers. Construction of the Oakton Street, Fargo Avenue, and Meacham Road Fire Station, as well as 2 fire training facilities. Rehabilitation of Landmeyer Public Works Facility, construction of the new Devon Public Works Facility, and renovation of the Beesterfield Public Works Garage. Construction of 3 pedestrian cycling bridges over major highways, providing safe access throughout Bussey Woods. Implementation of 4 TIF districts, which resulted in several $1 billion of private sector investment. Led the village through the worst health crisis in 100 years, with Elk Grove thriving throughout that. That was probably the biggest thing. We're talking, of course, about the pandemic. Multiple awards naming Elk Grove Village as Best Place to Live, Raise a Family, and Start a Business. Numerous special events, including the Tour of Elk Grove, Midsummer Classic Concert Series, Stanley Cup visits, parades, holiday tree lighting ceremonies, yellow and green ribbon campaigns, and our first presidential visit. Oversaw fundraising efforts for the 50th anniversary house raffle, 60th anniversary car raffle, VFW Camaro raffle. Actually, no, the VFW was the Corvette raffle, as well as the Camaro was for the 60th anniversary, as numerous others. Expanded village communications from newsletters to internet and numerous social media platforms. Had the foresight to provide Elk Grove residents with the first curbside recycling program in Illinois. We were the first. And negotiated several low-cost solid waste contracts over 32 years. And whereas Ray Rummel has worked with 3 mayors, but only one that really counts, 13 village trustees, 4 village clerks, 3 police chiefs, 6 fire chiefs. Sorry, Mike, not yet, though. Getting close. 3 public works directors, 2 engineering directors, 3 finance directors. Actually, would it be 3 engineers? You were going to Jared, Mary Jo.
Sure. It's his second day on the job. Why not?
Well, you're working with them.
Exactly.
2 human resource directors and 2 village managers. And whereas Ray Rummel has always demonstrated a strong commitment in his professionalism and development of those around him, serving on boards of the Illinois CMA, Metropolitan Mayors of Illinois Association, the IAMMA, NLW, SWANK, Northwest Central Dispatch, Suburban Purchasing Cooperative, Joint Emergency Management System, Executive Committee of JAWA, Northwest Council of Mayors Technical Committee, and Northwest Municipal Conference. Now, as I read those, it probably means nothing to most people watching. That was probably more instrumental for helping develop this community as we moved along, was the work he did on committees. And every mayor I ever talked to, when they worked with Ray on different committees, said he was number 1 in his job. That means a lot. That really does. And whereas Ray Rummel enhanced the quality of life through beautification of the village with a clock tower, Veterans Memorial Park, landscape medians, decorative street signage, decorative lights, community gateway signs, brick crosswalks, placement over 5,500 ash trees decimated by the ash borer, replacement of dangerous open ditches, Elk Grove Boulevard, people forget that, Reverend Morrison Boulevard, landscape medians, and whereas Ray Rummel actively involved in emergency and event management from droughts to the wettest, most intense rainfalls, the first, second, and third worst rainfalls in the history of the village, and the second and third worst snowfalls in the history of the village, and construction of the Bussey Dam Modification Project, which I still say is probably the best building project we ever did, to reduce and eliminate flooding that we don't see anymore along Elk Grove Boulevard and the rest. Saco O'Hare expansion, the Abraham Lincoln National Airport, that brings memories. Countless police, fire, and public works union contracts, CERT team creation, and 4 U.S. Census campaigns. 4. Whereas Ray Rummel provided decades of service to the community, raising his family here in Elk Grove Village, and proudly served as a soccer coach and a member of the soccer board here in Elk Grove. Whereas Elk Grove Village shall forever be grateful for his service to the village, employees, residents, and businesses of Elk Grove. Now therefore, I, Mayor Craig B. Johnson, the Board of Trustees, in the Village of Elk Grove Village, County of Cook and DuPage, in Illinois, on behalf of the grateful community, do hereby designate Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022, as Ray Rummel Day, and officially commend him on his retirement after 32 continuous years of his exemplary service dedication to Elk Grove Village community. I was trying to take it all the way to midnight, because Chuck asked me to, but we're getting there. It's dated this 22nd day of March, 2022.
That's awesome.
We're not done. Kobe, come on up. Now I know why Kobe didn't have time fixing Jared's sign. He was making something else. So Kobe, I'll let you present this.
He wants me to do it because it's so big. So, on behalf of the Public Works Group, we'll give you the,
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
sorry,
No, wait. It's not done.
and the back. For,
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's so awesome.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, thanks, buddy.
Thanks so much.
That's what's in this for him.
But your neighbors on Meadow Court say, no, we're not changing the court to Ray Rummel Court.
I can't put the street name sign up.
So Ray, well, I'm gonna let you speak, but before you do, I've never given you up here.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. The mic's all yours.
I hear these are really good.
They're good. Oh, come on up, John. Do you have something? Thank you. John Dallas.
I haven't seen you for ages, John. How are you? Thank you. Good to see you. Mr. Mayor,
Trustees, thank you very much for this opportunity to humbly honor a colleague, a client, a partner, and a friend, Ray Rummel. I want to just take a little bit of a personal side of this and say that on December 5th, 2015, I met Ray. And I'll never forget it. When Ray and I met, I was 65, and before you pull out your calendars, I'm 72, counting backwards to 39, the Jack Benny age. But at that retirement age, that was an inflection point in my life, and secretly, I was planning to move to Fort Lauderdale to work, and he doesn't know this yet. I was going to work with a longtime colleague of mine who's based there, operating my consulting and coaching practice from Florida. Sunrays as opposed to Ray Rummel's. And it was quite a decision to make. But I have zero plans to retire, but I did plan to change my venue. But until this moment, Ray did not know that he changed my plans for Fort Lauderdale. I had no idea. You had no idea. And at that first meeting, I heard from Ray, Josh Grotson, trustees Petri and Lisner, and other guests around the table, how Elk Grove Village was thinking about startup incubators, business accelerators, co-working spaces, and entrepreneurship as an economic development force. I was blown away by the scope of what Ray had on his mind for Elk Grove Village and the O'Hare region as a whole. Ray invited my unvarnished input, as you may recall, and he had been told about my decades of involvement in entrepreneurship education, and I didn't hold back. I really didn't. With his permission, I spoke rather plainly about the myths associated with the region's entrepreneurial support ecosystem. I pulled back a few curtains to reveal how various Wizard of Oz-like leaders were still holding court with magic and myth. Instantly, Ray was so grateful and said so. He was just excited about the fact that he was hearing things coming out of the city that were beneficial to the village. Shifts in focus and direction followed for all of us. Many good, great, and other things happened over the next 24 months, but entrepreneurial history is now in the making with Next Level Northwest initiative and in the Enclave building, thanks to Ray's foresight. The Enclave building was Ray Rummel's idea, not mine. That was his idea. When Ray heard about my plans to offer empirical, non-clinical psychology workshops for entrepreneurs and their investors, we were going to do them at O'Hare. Were people flying in and out from different cities to meet together at the airports. And he asked me if it wouldn't be easier to have a building in Elk Grove Village that would be close to O'Hare with classrooms and meeting space. Wow, a brick and mortar solution to the anticipated, dreaded CTA security checkpoints. Well, the next day, Ray and Josh took me to 75 Turner Avenue, the unused and uncared for old Advantage Bank building that was built in 2001. Many weeks with the president of Schaumburg Bank ensued, resulted in the keys to the building being given to us 5 years ago this month. Behind the scenes, Ray Rummel was the mastermind putting all these pieces of the puzzle together, as he, Matt Rohn, and Maggie Jablonski and Josh Grotson do so very well every single day for the village. Then Ray asked me what were we going to do with the whole building, and with a smile I told him we'd use every inch of the building. And here we are, within 1 year we did, and we still use every inch of the building. We even occasionally go out to the parking lots for our Camp Enclave event with the kids and things of that nature, and the upcoming Flag Day ceremony. But here we go. As a learning and earning center to teach heuristic psychology to entrepreneurs, business owners, and other types of leaders, for-profit and non-for-profit organizations, the Enclave building, because of Ray Rummel's vision, continues to deliver exceptional value to the village, the region, and yes, even other countries, including Scotland, with which we'll be collaborating again this week. Since Ray had the idea for the Enclave building, his leadership legacy at Enclave will be taught and discussed as exemplary for years to come. And for these and many other reasons, Ray, the Elk Grove Village Business Leaders Forum, Enclave Learning and Earning Center, and I present you with this Leadership Legacy Award to Raymond R. Rummel. It's heavy. You ready?
Looks beautiful.
You been to the gym? The gym? You been to the gym? For these and many other reasons, the Elk Grove Village Business Leaders Forum, and we are presenting this to you And if you hold that for a second, I'll read what's on there. Honoring your original vision to house Elk Grove Village Enclave Academy coursework, coaching, and related programs, which began the concept development for what became the Enclave building. Thank you, Ray. My thoughts, my prayers are with you, your family, as you enter this next phase of your lifelong leadership journey.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful work, Jim. Wow. Thank you. I think I'm exhausted just hearing that. Can't imagine how the rest of you feel. And I do owe an apology, Jared. I know this is your very first board meeting, and it was set to be a record fast board meeting, but unfortunately, it's probably going to be one of the longest in Elk Grove Village history.
Steve wrote a speech.
So there has been a rumor that tonight is my last village board meeting. That rumor is true. There are probably a couple people up here would be very angry at me if it didn't happen that way. But I can say it's been my tremendous honor and my warmest privilege to have served the Elk Grove community over the past 32 years, including serving as village manager over the past 15. Elk Grove is a tremendous community, as we all know, with an amazing vision brought to life by many wonderful people. I feel grateful to have been part of its history. And so noting, there are many, many people I'd like to thank this evening. Longtime village manager Chuck Willis, longtime mayor Chuck Zedek, and our longest-serving trustee, Jim Petrie. They all three immediately come to mind. It's unfortunate that they are no longer with us, but their service and sacrifice are remembered forever in our community. I would also like to thank and extend a very warm thank you to Mayor Johnson, to all of our current trustees. Unfortunately, Pat Feiter couldn't be here today, so Pat, if you're watching at home, we started back in the Plan Commission together back in '89, and thank you for serving as trustee and for being a fantastic boss. Trustee Frankie, Trustee Listener, all the time we spent doing cable and business development, Trustee Prochnow, Trustee Schmidt, the time we've served together, and of course, Tammy Miller. Thank you all so very much. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Nancy Zarnick as well. We actually started on the same day together, and you know, she was just absolutely fantastic. So thank you all for the privilege of serving our exceptional community. I am forever grateful. Like all workplaces, Elk Grove Village has a dedicated team of hardworking employees, people who do their very best to make Elk Grove Village operate in an efficient, responsive, and friendly manner. Together, we all serve, we collaborate, and we get things done. Then, Trustee Prochnow, we bump fists and we take joy in the progress we've made to improve the lives of those who live and work here in our fine community. I personally want to thank each and every one of our employees for your commitment to serving Elk Grove Village. Elk Grove is an exceptional community because of you all. I also want to recognize and thank former village manager Gary Perrin. Gary, hopefully you're watching. Thank you so very much for having the faith and bringing me here to Elk Grove and for handing off an amazing community upon which we could grow and develop even further. Then I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize all the amazing people in this room. Assistant Village Manager Maggie Jablonski, Finance Director Christine Tromp, Police Chief Chuck Walsh, Fire Chief Rich Michael, even though you couldn't be here with us this evening, Village Clerk Lori Murphy, Deputy Clerk Jen Mahone, Public Works Director Colby Basham, and thank you for the amazing sign. IT Director Ed May, Josh Grodson, our Director of Business Development, HR Director Mike Kirchick, and our recently retired Community Development Director Mary Jo Pye, who I served together with for many, many decades. And of course, our brand new Director, Jared Poloni. You've got a fantastic future in front of you. And former Chief Steve Schmidt. Thank you. You were an awesome Chief of Police, and many of the lessons you taught me as a police chief have stayed with me my entire career, so thank you. I also want to thank our administrative team of Kathy Hahn and Caroline Gabiga. Thank you so much. And also John Dallas, thank you so very much for the award and the recognition. I truly appreciate it, for all the work you've done at Enclave for our business community. Together, we've all made life immeasurably easy for myself, you all have, and our community significantly better. Thank you. Altogether, we've made countless and significant improvements to Elk Grove Village with the creative vision of the mayor and board of trustees, and through the dedication, hard work, and faithfulness of our employees, we have forged a better and stronger community. It's been a joy to work alongside you all. Thank you for the amazing journey. Finally, it is said that behind every good man is a great woman and a tremendous family. I want to thank my wife, Colleen, and our children, Bridget and Ray, for their sacrifice during my public service career. They didn't ask for it, but they got it. Colleen, thank you for the patience and understanding and for your generous support of me and our family. It was not always easy and frequently challenging, from middle-of-the-night phone calls, disruptions to holidays and vacations, as the mayor said, lengthy evening meetings, and also serving as a sounding board. I thank you so very much. I couldn't have done it, Colleen, without you. The year 2022 marks my 5th decade and 32nd year serving the village of Elk Grove. When I started here in the late 80s, there were 6 active farms, as we talked about, and today those farms have become all development. I never thought that I'd be one of those guys to say, I remember when that was a farm, and here it is. We developed farms into Walmart and Home Depot and residential subdivisions, and through it all, we remained committed to the success of Elk Grove Village. We survived and thrived during a global pandemic, the Great Recession, numerous storms, and by adding incredible programs such as Elk Grove Cares. New fire stations, public works facilities, expressways, interchanges, and LEED Gold environmentally friendly Village Hall. When I first interviewed back 32 years ago, everyone here said, there's going to be a new interchange at Bicefield Road, there's going to be a brand new expressway going in, there's going to be an interchange over at Elmhurst Road and Arlington Heights Road. And I'm amazed that 32 years later, some of these things are finally being constructed. But we got it done. Then I want to say, as I bow out, current Deputy Village Manager Matt Roan will succeed me. He's only the 5th village manager in Elk Grove's storied history. Matt has 22 years of service in our community, and he will continue to focus upon the exceptional level of service that our community has come to expect, and he will continue the modernization of our infrastructure, neighborhoods, and commerce as we enter a new chapter of village government. Personally, Matt, I want to thank you for your dedication and your service for the past 22 years. Your service is impressive. He started here as a graduate school intern, only because Matt had taken a job as an internship and somewhere else just for a couple of months. We'd offered him a position. He's like, can you please hold it for us? And we did, through some amazing luck. He started with us as a graduate school intern and moved his way up now to village manager. It's an amazing journey. Thank you, Matt, for all that you've done in the past to support us and for all of your hard work and great efforts. You've done a tremendous job, and I'm personally very proud of you. Moving forward, Elk Grove Village is in great hands. For nearly half of Elk Grove's existence, I've been employed with the village. Hopefully, the community is better off today than when I started back in 1989. Hopefully just a teeny bit anyway, right? I cannot tell you today how lucky I feel, having been working with you all at this moment in time. It has been a pleasure to serve and to see our community has grown, thrived, and improved over the last 5 different decades. Today, we are poised for even greater success, and frankly, I'll guarantee it. I look forward to seeing all of our future efforts come to fruition, only from a different viewpoint, this time as a resident. And like Michael Jordan said, I feel lucky to be going out on top. It's been an amazing career, everyone. You have my deepest gratitude. Thank you all for your support, dedication, and friendship, and I look forward to seeing you around in the future.
We don't watch TV. We don't watch TV tonight. They're playing again? They won last night. Okay, Mr. Romo, have a seat for a minute. We're not done yet. Helen, anything you want to add tonight before you adjourn?
See all of you here, and the one that's retired, and everybody else that are together and always in such a good mood, and everybody gets along. You don't hear villages like this. I'm really happy to be a resident of Elk Grove Village.
Well, thank
All of
you. Appreciate
We're
that.
pretty good at faking it, aren't we?
I'm not even gonna go there. I could say, I'm not even gonna go there.
Why can't your reports be like Ray's?
Huh?
Why can't your reports be like Ray's?
That's pretty long, his report. What do you mean?
Yeah, but at least it was full of nice things.
Mine's always nice. I know I got all that COVID to talk about, but I'll save it for next time. As much as I want to. Any new business items before we adjourn? No? Okay, Mr. Romo?
All right. I've waited 32 years for this.
Don't screw it up.
First off, I'll get this part going. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Frankie, second by trustee Lister. Jen, call the roll, please.
Trustee Listener?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
I hereby declare this meeting adjourned.
Hey!